Hi folks, welcome to another VR video. Today I actually have a topic to talk about more so than showing off a VR experience or going through and showing gameplay, things of that nature. This isn't a product review, this isn't an endorsement, this is just kind of a state of the union. This week's been kind of a strange week on the internet. There was an unveiling of a product with AR features, just a small tease demo that led to a pretty large reaction condemning the product. And it's a product that hasn't been certified, hasn't been released yet, and the people condemning the product haven't necessarily had a chance to try that product. And the same thing has happened also with some leaks related to a VR headset that happened earlier today. And I'm not going to name companies. If you're following the industry, you'll understand exactly what's going on. But it's the reaction, especially from the enthusiast community, that's really concerning me. VR is something that 4 years ago was pretty much brand new to me. I went to Google I/O. They handed out Google Cardboard headsets. I was just in the area. I wasn't even an I/O attendee. Somebody let me try theirs while they were in line for ice cream or something like that at kind of an outdoor festival portion of Google I/O. And I loved it. I thought it was great. Previously, I had tried an Oculus Rift at a trade show. It was the DK1 model. Didn't really care for that so much. Didn't really respond very much to it at all. But this little piece of cardboard, similar to the one I have in my hand right here, this thing, well, this is actually a 2.0 cardboard. It's got the rubber band on the bottom and it's all pre-assembled. But the original one changed the world for me. It really did. I could put my phone inside of this little piece of cardboard with lenses and enter a different world, a different environment. And that was groundbreaking to me. That was something that I hadn't seen before, I hadn't experienced before. Jump forward to July of 2015, about a year later. I went to San Diego, not for Comic-Con, but for an event for Ingress. They had what was called a Mission Day. It's a multiplayer game that's location-based, and the Mission Day was being hosted in San Diego around Comic-Con, so they figured they'd have a massive attendees. So I went down to San Diego. They were giving away cardboard headsets similar to this at one of the outside of Comic-Con events, sponsored by Legendary Pictures, I believe. And during that trip, I got to try the HTC Vive for the first time. And it was the dev kit with the old sombrero-style controllers. And just like the cardboard about a year before changed the world for me, having those hand controllers, having the ability to manipulate things with depth was groundbreaking to me. I can't see 3D in a 3D movie, but I could paint in tilt brush and I could see that depth. I could see that image forming around me. And that alone made me want nothing else but VR to survive and thrive in the world. Coincidentally, that day, I went back to the Legendary Pictures booth, got a giant Comic-Con bag full of cardboard headsets and spread them to the masses. At the Ingress event, everybody that was queued up in line, I handed a Google Cardboard. That was where I first started spreading VR to the world. It's where I first started advocating for VR. And what's upsetting me today, and making me make this video, is the fact that I feel like some of the community is starting to lose that sense of pride for VR, sense of joy coming from VR. And they're working to cut down on emerging technologies that are uncertain related to VR. It's strange to me to see the same people who helped introduce me to VR on the internet now saying things like the AR device that was demonstrated earlier this week might be the death knell to AR, or the VR device that the leak came out about today obviously was going to fail from the beginning. And I know that these same people haven't tried either of these devices in person, haven't had a hands-on test with them. And when the people that have had hands-on experience try to step in and defend these devices, they're getting a response back like, they're a paid shill, or you can't trust someone on YouTube, or, yeah, well, the company told them to say that. While all of that may be true, it feels like you're saying no to the very same community that you were trying to welcome people into just weeks, months, or years ago. And that really concerns me, because I spend a lot of my time making videos, talking to people, doing demos related to virtual reality, and in small chunks, augmented reality. And I only do it because I want to spread this joy. I want to spread what virtual reality can give to people, what that experience is like. And it's very hard to do when you're looking at a flat screen in front of you. The best way to experience it is to try it for yourself. And I end every single video encouraging people to get out there and try VR for themselves. And I mean that. It's really, really important. Otherwise, you can't go from something like this to something that's coming very soon to the market, like this. And I'm not going to tell you that that product that I just showed on the screen is perfect, because it's not. And the reason it's not is because it's not ready for public consumption just yet. That's still a dev kit. Dev kits go through iterations, and it may be a product that's been released in other countries, and in those other countries maybe the audience is looking for something a little bit different, or maybe the developers have focused on something different. It's hard to say without hearing directly from those people, without hearing directly from the people that have had experience. So all I want to say in this video is, don't pass judgment. Don't entertain the rumor mills. And don't pronounce the death of something that you love just because other people are spreading those rumors or passing that judgment. Think for yourself. Try it for yourself. Go out there. There's demos of practically every headset that's available on the market if you don't have one for yourself. They're getting a lot less expensive. These things are still really cheap. Try VR. Try some software. If you see bad reviews on something, doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad product. Check it out. Steam's got a great refund policy. Oculus Home has a refund policy now. So if it's something that piques your interest even a little bit, check it out for yourself. Don't take someone else's word for it. I try not to give my opinion in my videos for that very reason, because I want you to judge for yourself. But most of all, don't give up on VR, because the future is coming. It's starting very slowly, but it's building. I have an Oculus Go sitting next to me underneath the other device that I just had out. I was trying hard not to say the names of things, but I just did. And I've been using that device all of the time for the past couple of weeks. Whether I'm at home, whether I'm at work, showing it to people, using it kind of like I used to use the cardboard to get people more interested in VR. And I know I've sold a couple of them from that. Because once you've tried those experiences, it's something that you may latch onto, or you might hate it. But until you try it for yourself, don't judge the product, don't judge the technology. because it's just emerging now. And together as an enthusiast community, we really need to support that. If something sucks and you've tried it and you think it does, share your opinion. But if you think something sucks because it looks like it might, maybe you should wait a few minutes before you pass judgment. As always, I want to encourage you to get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself. Thanks for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.